Okay, so this video is specifically for those aspiring agents, or maybe not even licensed yet, but soon will be, that are thinking about a career selling insurance for New York Life. What I'm going to do in this video is describe to you just some factors that I think you should really consider before you decide if a career selling life insurance with New York Life is a good decision. My name is David Duford, owner of Duford Insurance Group. I train and recruit agents nationally to sell final expense Medicare and annuities, both over the phone and face-to-face. So the reason I'm putting this video together is not to disparage or talk down New York Life. Actually, New York Life is one of the companies I personally admire the most. One of my favorite persons in the insurance business, Ben Feldman, who is a Guinness World Record holder for production and premium, worked for New York Life for his entire career. And New York Life helps a lot of people and is a very well-known, highly respected brand in the life insurance business. So a lot of people think when I start talking about, oh, what about this company or that company? Because I run an agency there that I'm going to naturally, talk them down or talk down the competition. But that's not the intention here. I've been in this business long enough as a recruiter to know that really what you as an agent should be thinking about is what is the best fit for me. What I do is not the best fit for everybody. But New York Life, other organizations might be better. And ultimately, what you have to identify is what your values are, what you want to accomplish in a career selling insurance, a successful career, and see if that company, in this case New York Life, is a good fit. And the purpose of these videos is to give you those tips to kind of bring you from point A to point Z. Okay, here are my values, here are what I want to accomplish as an agent. Does New York Life offer these to me? And here's the tips that will help you answer that question. So the first thing I would recommend that you do, and this is a little harder with New York Life because they're not as predominant as a lot of these property and casualty type companies that are all over the place, is if you can, interview multiple offices. What you want to do is before you jump into any type of sales organization, albeit New York Life or anybody else, is you want to make sure that you get a good vibe or a good feel for that particular branch office, in that case, say with New York Life. The thing in the insurance business, if you haven't become aware yet, is there's a big insurance multi-level marketing feel. A lot of the recruitment is done with an MLM vibe, talking about all the money they're making and the fast cars they're driving, and less about the actual skill development and selling insurance successfully. And a lot of agents like to categorize a certain organization as being MLM or being whatever. That's never really the case. Well, sometimes it is. But in some cases, it's not really. Instead, what you find is, say, a New York Life, you're going to find a lot of different branch offices, subsidiaries of New York Life, or agencies that are affiliated with them, but have different standards of operation that they do compared to other similar branches located in different cities. Maybe some are more recruitment oriented, maybe others are more producer training oriented. Maybe some believe in cold calling more than, say, referral generation or purchase leads and yada, yada, yada. You get the point. So the point is don't judge a company completely by its branding that they exhibit to consumers. You have to go down to the branch office level to see really what you're going to expect. And it's that relationship and experience with your manager, your upline, the person who brings you into the business, that makes all the difference, not the company. So it's imperative that you look at those agencies, interview with those people, and get a feel of what it's going to be like and what you can expect. Number two, evaluate the training protocol. Again, in my agency, training is the foundation of what I do. I failed out of the business early in my career, came back, and thankfully never had to go back and get a real job again. And a lot of it was because I was poorly trained, or I didn't listen to the training. So when I developed my agency, I wanted to make sure that sales skill development was paramount. It was the cornerstone of making everything work. So I think that's important too. If you're getting into this business, my hopes for you is that you're more attracted to selling insurance first before recruiting. So it's important to look at how they plan to train you. What is their sales and marketing systems they're going to train you on? What are some examples of successful agents in that agency? Can they show you a guideline of where they want you to see and be in 2 weeks and 4 weeks, etc.? There should be some sort of operational plan to train you to become a successful producer. If they're just throwing you to the wolves and not giving you ample time to develop yourself, not to the point of perfectionism, but to get you prepared well enough, that's a problem. You need to be trained. Every single person doing any performance-based activity like insurance sales needs to be trained. So ask about how that training protocol works. Number 3, talk to other reps. This is really important. You're going to get, right now, you are an outsider with a perspective of an outsider. What you want, in addition to the outside perspective, is some inside opinion perspective. A couple of ways you can get this. A good way, but not the best way, is to go on Reddit or some subreddits, Quora, insurance forums, and poke around in old threads about New York life. You're liable to get some good feedback. But keep in mind that this person's experience may be totally different than what you'll experience. So I think it's also important to see if you can talk to actual reps currently at the district office with New York Life that you're looking to possibly join. I would reach out to them on LinkedIn. Most of them are trained to have a LinkedIn account, so they have some social media presence, and simply ask them about their experience working with New York Life. What do they think? How's it going? I'm looking to join too. And I would ask all of the reps that you can find what they think and evaluate kind of as a summation what the overall feel is. Do you get a lot of feedback? It's likely that if they don't like it, they're not going to announce it to you. They may say banalities or very little, if anything at all. And that's going to be an indication that perhaps what is actually done is different than what is said to you. So make sure you reach out to those other reps. Make sure you ask if you can do a ride-along. Some organizations will let you, some won't. But if you aren't even sure about insurance sales, you like the sound of it, but you know it's important to see it, see if you can do a ride-along. Ride-alongs allow you to see and live the life of an actual insurance agent. And a lot of people in my career, that's what solidified the business, and they decided to move forward on. It's funny too, so I've had a few that said, I saw Dave sell and I certainly don't want to sell insurance. Not because I didn't sell anything, but it just wasn't for them. They could tell by the pace, the people they talked to, etc. So ride-alongs, not always at the end-all be-all, but I think it's important and can make a big difference, so it's worth asking. Last but not least, certainly trust your instincts, okay? We're all animals at the end of the day. Our caveman brethren, our ancestors from the early years of humanity had to have an instinct. They didn't have science. When their gut told them that, you know, something was wrong and that, you know, saber-toothed tiger would jump out and maul them to pieces, they trusted it, okay? Our guts are intrinsically connected to our brains. And when we don't have a good feeling of something, don't dismiss that. It's a foolish proposition to turn your instinct off. If you're at one of these interviews with a New York Life organizational, regional office, or any organization, you just don't feel right about it, trust your instincts. It's probably right. As somebody who's been in business since 21, I can think of all sorts of opportunities or engagements where I said, yeah, this guy rubs me the wrong way, but I'm going to not listen to my gut. And in most cases, I was right with that instinct, but I couldn't formulate it. I couldn't make sense of it, but it was right. So trust your gut. It really is right most of the time. It's got some validity. And if it's not right, the thing in the insurance sales business, guys, is there's an endless supply of opportunities. There's always other places, other organizations you can join to. I hope you enjoyed this video on how to evaluate if a career selling insurance with New York Life is right for you. If you like this kind of content, certainly subscribe and like the video. Leave a comment below if you have a comment, question, or suggestion. Be happy to reply back personally. And if you want to check out how my agency works, click the link above or below. That'll take you to my website, and then you can learn more about how my agency works. My name is David Duford, owner of Duford Insurance Group, and I thank you for watching. See you next time. Bye.